So hi, for today's video is that we are going to have a Perilite exposure. So the Perilite exposure is providing heat in the perineal area to provide comfort and also to have blood circulation, and also it is to hasten wound healing through the use of the perineal lamp. So first things first to consider is to review the physician's order. So here in the physician's order, the doctor advised to the patient to have a Perilite exposure for 5 to 15 minutes. We need also to consider the patient's name on it, the date, the doctor's name, and also the doctor's signature. So afterwards is that we are going to prepare the materials needed. So the materials needed for the Perilite exposure is the Perilite lamp. As part of the preparation is that we need to check for cuts on the cord, the abrasion, or any pinch marks. And part also of the preparation, we need to plug in to know the function of the lamp. Remember also not to plug in the Perilite lamp with its cord with abrasions, cuts, or any pinch marks because it might cause burn. So the other materials present for this is warm water, alcohol, a pair of gloves, cotton balls, a towel, a picking forceps, and also a waste receptacle, and also for the urination of the patient, which is the bedpan. Afterwards, if we already completed the materials for the Perilite exposure, is that we are going to go to the patient. While talking to the patient is that we need also to confirm her name and also her birth date, so that the physician's order in the patient's chart is the same person we are going to have the exposure. So in going to the patient, we need to ask her name and also her birthday. So hi ma'am, my name is Divine, your student nurse for today from UC Manila. I am here to provide you a Perilite exposure. So may I know ma'am your name and also your birthday? While asking for the name and the birth date of the patient is that we need also to check for its wristband where the name of the patient and also her birth date is written. If we already confirm the name and the patient's birth date is that we need to provide privacy for the patient. And also afterwards, we need to let the patient void and take the perineal care on her own if the patient is able to do so. If not, we are going to use the bedpan for the patient to for her to void. So in letting the patient void is that we need to fix the blanket on the knee length to also provide comfort for the patient. We need to use the bedpan, and then we need to let the patient to have the position of dorsal recumbent. So we need to assist the patient's legs into bending her knees and slightly open her legs. So ma'am, kindly bend your knees and feet flat on the bed, and also slightly open your legs. And then we need to place the bedpan to let her void. And now she's done voiding. Do not forget also to tell the patient while doing the Perilite exposure is that to have an underwear is prohibited. After after letting the patient void is that we need to have a perineal care. So in doing the perineal care is that we need to have a perineal flushing first. So before doing the perineal care is that we need to have a hand washing. So after hand washing is that we need to use the clean gloves. So in doing the perineal area is that we need to tell the patient also that the water we are going to use to her is that it is warm. Next thing to do is to use the picking forceps with the betadine cleanser. Also, we need to consider also to have cleanse first the mons pubis. Remember to use one cotton for each side of the perineal area. And afterwards is that we need to place it to the waste receptacle. The next is the labia majora, and also to the left side of the groin. The next also is the labia minora, and also to the right side of the groin. So this time, we are going to assist the patient to a side-lying position. So, ma'am, we are going to let you do the side-lying position. So, may I assist you for this? If she confirmed, you are going also to assist her as you said it to her. If she is already in the side-lying position, you need to continue to have a perineal care. So in doing the last part is that we are going to wipe the cotton balls with the betadine cleanser from the front to back. So afterwards, we need to use the warm water again with the help of the towel. So in wiping or letting the perineal area dry is that we need to use the towel to pat dry. So in patting dry is that we are going to begin in the front area. And then put everything in the waste receptacle. And then let the patient do the lithotomy position. So ma'am, we are going to do the lithotomy position. We are going to go back in your dorsal recumbent position. And then, if the patient is already in the lithotomy position, is that we are going to do the exposure. So in doing the exposure, we need to explain to the patient what we are going to do. So, hi ma'am, in the Perilite exposures that I am going to use the Perilite lamp here in your 18 to 24 inches from your perineal area, and then the duration of the procedure is 5 to 15 minutes. And for this procedure, ma'am, is that you are not allowed to have or to change your position or do any action that can interrupt the procedure. You are going to maintain the dorsal recumbent position for the success of this Perilite exposure of yours. So we are going to begin now. And then we need to also to consider that before proceeding to the Perilite exposure is that we are already clean the surroundings or the area, like putting the waste on the waste receptacle and do the hand washing and or do the um, hand sanitizing. We need to put the Perilite lamp 18 to 24 inches from the perineal area of the patient. And then we need to plug in. And then we are going to cover with a blanket. The duration is 5 to 15 minutes. In the interval of 5 minutes, we need to check what is the discharges in the perineal area of the patient, which is for we to document. So after 15 minutes or exact 15 minutes, we need to get the Perilite lamp because the procedure is now over. So the next thing to do is to notice or to view any discharges to the patient's perineal area. What were the actions of or the reactions of the perineal area during the procedure? And then we are going to provide comfort first to the patient. Ma'am, we are going now to place you in the comfortable position. So you can now flex your legs as you wish it was going to be. Remember also to provide comfort. So after providing comfort to the patient, is that we are going um, to do the cleaning. And also, we need to document what was the reaction, the discharges, or the reaction of the perineal area of the patient during or after the procedure. We need also to write on the patient's data or the patient's chart the duration and time, the nurse name, the date, and also the signature. That would be all. Thank you.